The dispute is between Antonio the merchant, Christian merchant, and Shylock the Jew. What happens when Antonio takes money as a loan from Shylock on the condition that if he fails to repay the debt in stipulated time of due, nor the abusive language of Gratiano, nor the surrender and submission of Antonio, nor the offer of Bassanio to pay 10 times more of Porcia's wit, how she presents the argument and how she splits the hair. What happens when Shylock goes towards to Antonio cut a pound of flesh? All these things are being displayed by the students. They are here and going to play the trial scene of Merchant of Venice, written by William Shakespeare, the greatest dramatist of the world. Let us go. Here we go. Here we go.
Check with letter from Dr. Bellerio.
Bring the letters and call the messenger inside the court.
Antonio, be glad, don't be sad. What dare you have, Antonio? The cruel Shylock will take my flesh and blood before you leave even one drop of my blood.
I'm like the diseased, castrated member of the flock, so I'm most suitable for being killed. My dear Bassanio, write an inscription for my tombstone to serve as epitaph.
Have you come from Valerio?
Yeah, my lord, I have come from Bellerio. We convey his regards to your grace. Oh, Shylock, why are you sharpening your knife?
To cut a pound of flesh from Antonio's body because he has failed to repay my debt.
You are not sharpening the knife on the whetting slab. On the contrary, you are sharpening it on the whetstone of a malicious and cruel soul. Remember, Shylock, no metal can be so sharp, nor any hangman says be half as sharp as the envy does any. You are so vile and wicked. I believe that Pythagoras who said that the spirit of animals at the death entered to the bodies of man, and these men act as those animals. It is for this reason you are so vile, wicked, and wolfish. Means like wolf, thirsty and hungry for human flesh and blood.
Speak in abusive and coarse language till you can. You are unnecessarily demanding your lengths. Why shouting so loudly? Young man, get your wisdom overhauled so that you may speak and act wisely. Whatever I do here is legal and sanctity of law.
This letter, which I have received from Valerio, recommends a young man and scholarly of law to our court. Where is he?
He is waiting for your decision whether you permit him or not.
I permit him most readily and willingly. Go and take him immediately.
Yeah, my lord.
Have you come from the learned Dr. Valerio?
Yeah, I have come from him, my lord.
You are welcome here. Please take your seat. Are you aware of the dispute between Shylock and Antonio?
Yeah, I have been informed of the complete details of this case. Now let me, who is the merchant Antonio, who is Shylock the Jew.
Antonio and Shylock both are standing here. You see them and know them.
Is your name Shylock?
Yeah, I'm Shylock.
Your suit is really peculiar in nature and such a lawful that any law cannot refuse its implementation. You are within the sphere of this law, are you not?
Yeah, Shylock says that I am his victim.
Do you accept the bond?
Yeah, I do.
If you don't refuse, the Jew should show mercy.
Why should I show mercy?
The nature of mercy is not imposed. It grows automatically. It falls directly from heaven. Similarly, the rain drops. Mercy is doubly blessed. Scepter of the king is the symbol of worldly power, which inspires fear and shows the worldly splendor of the kings. But the rule and power of mercy is higher and better than the rule and power of temporal kings. Therefore, although you demand justice, but I request you to consider what I have said. Just now, show mercy on Antonio.
I am prepared to suffer the punishment of sinful deeds and still demand the implementation of the clause of forfeiture of the bond.
Is Antonio not able to repay the debt?
Yeah, I'm ready to give twice the amount on behalf of Antonio. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times over. If I fail to do so, I am willing to offer my head, hands, heart as forfeit. If Shylock doesn't satisfy with what I have said, I request you, Doctor of Law, Your Honor, to do a little wrong and curb this cruel devil of his way.
No, not at all. It must not be done. If it is done, it will that many wrongs committed so this cannot be done.
A Daniel has come to a judgment. Yes, a Daniel. Oh, wise and young judge, I honor you so much.
I request you to let me look the bond.
It's your most honorable judge.
Shylock, you offered 3 times. The mercy is the revenge of your money that you gave.
No, I have taken an oath in the name of God, so I shall not commit the sin and damn my soul. By all means, I won't do so.
So this bond is for feet because the money is not repaid in time. But you, so mercy, Shylock, and accept not 3 times. If that is so, please prepare your bosom to cut a pound of flesh from your body.
You are really a noble and excellent judge.
For this reason, Antonio, expose your heart so that a pound of flesh may be cut from it.
Grace, the bond says so. Oh, noble judge, the actual words in the bond are the nearest his heart.
Yeah, Shylock, you're correct. Are there bananas available to wet the flesh cut from Antonio's heart?
Yeah, I have brought them. They are here.
Please call a doctor at your own cost in order to dress Antonio's wounds. Otherwise, he will be to death.
I don't find it mentioned in the bond much to say. I am fully prepared for the flesh to be cut.
A pound of flesh of Antonio is yours. The court awards it and the law permits it.
You are the most rightful judge.
You must cut this pound of his flesh from his heart. The law permits it and the court gives it to you.
You are a learned judge, and it's a remarkable judgment. Come on and prepare yourself for this flesh to be cut.
But wait a minute, there's something more according to the sponge. Not a drop of blood is given to you. The words only say a pound of flesh. So act according to your bond and take a pound of flesh, but in cutting the flesh, if you cause even a drop of flesh to fall of this Christian merchant, your property movable and immovable will be confiscated to the state of vanish.
Oh, honest judge, you not all learned judge, what to speak of a judgment?
Is it the law?
You can satisfy yourself by seeing that act yourself because you have been laying stress on justice.
Oh, honest judge, you not all learned judge, most rightful judge that was ever born in the world.
All right, I then accept the offer of 3 times which I gave to Antonio as a loan, and I shall free him from the forfeiture.
Here is the money I promised you.
No, wait, the Jew will have full justice. So wait, don't make hurry to pay him. He will get nothing but punishment.
Oh, Jew, here's an upright judge. How handsome hope you gave here. You are really ravishing rightful judge.
Therefore, be ready to cut Antonio's flesh. Don't shed any blood. Don't cut either more or less than a pound. If you cut more or less than a pound, however, more or less, even if scales weighing the flesh go up or down, even slightly, you will be punished with
Second, Daniel has come to pronounce judgment. Really, a judge as honest and upright as Daniel himself. Now, Jew, I have got in the grip. You have split hairs in the matter of laws. What a wonderful argument, what a wonderful argument.
Why the Jews delaying? Why is he not proceeding to execute for future? Shall I take a pound of flesh account to the sponge?
Give me only the money which I gave to Antonio as a loan, and let me go.
It is ready, I take it.
He has already refused to accept the principal in the open court, but he cannot take it now.
Shall I not get only my principal even?
You will not have anything other than penalty for not being paid your date in time, so you can take a pound of flesh.
If that is so, let him enjoy my money. I will no longer claim it.
Don't go. You're Jew. You are in another grip of law. It is clearly mentioned in the laws of Venice, and that if it is true, that any foreigner tries by direct on that means the life of any citizen of Venice, property of that foreigner will be seized, and the life of the culprit is at the mercy of Duke only. Shallow, you have earned the punishments. You go down on your knees and beg forgiveness from the Duke.
I pardon your life even more you ask for it.
I'm really in the good graces of the Duke, so I humbly request to you, my lord, please permit me to leave the court.
I humbly request you, my lord, please excuse me because I must be for pleasure tonight.
I'm sorry that is no time. Antonio Vesanio Graciano, or reward this honorable gentleman and bid him farewell.
We are thankful to you.
We are grateful to you. We are indebted to you. Here you well.